When a public figure passes, we don't just lose a person, we lose a voice, we lose an era, we lose a chapter of history. Last night, civil rights leader Jesse Jackson passed away at 84 years old, and almost immediately, as it always happens now, people began looking at the numbers. Not to sensationalize, not to speculate, but to understand. Today, I want to talk about his life, his legacy, and why our minds search for symbolism when someone significant transitions. Hello everyone, if you're new here, welcome. I'm KESHA Renee and glad to have you here. To all of my returning viewers, thanks for coming back. Please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn all notifications on so you don't miss a video. Jesse Jackson was born October 8, 1941 in Greenville, South Carolina. He rose to prominence during the Civil Rights Movement, working closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was present in Memphis in 1968 when Dr. King was assassinated. After King's death, Jackson founded the organization Operation PUSH, People United to Save Humanity, focused on economic empowerment for Black Americans. He later ran for U.S. President in 1984 and 1988, becoming one of the most significant Black presidential candidates in American history. His campaigns expanded political coalitions and pushed voter registration efforts that shaped elections for decades. You cannot talk about late 20th century Black political influence without mentioning Jesse Jackson. He negotiated international hostage releases. He advocated for marginalized communities. He stood in spaces many thought were unreachable. Legacy is complicated. Leaders are human. Movements evolve. But history records impact, and his impact is undeniable. Leading into his passing, Jackson had been battling health complications in recent years, including Parkinson's disease. At 84 years old, his passing marks the transition of another civil rights era figure into memory. And whenever a public figure passes, especially someone symbolic, our minds begin searching for meaning. This is where numerology enters the conversation. The number 84, symbolic interpretation. 84. In numerology, 8 represents power, authority, material legacy, karma. 4 represents foundation, stability, structure. When reduced, 8 plus 4 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 represents communication, public expression, voice. Now think about that symbolically. A man whose life centered around public speech, organizing, power structures, and building political foundations, passing at 84. Is that orchestration, or is it our human tendency to see resonance? I'll let you sit with that. Gematria and name calculations. Gematria assigns numerical value to letters. In the most common English ordinal system, J equals 10, E equals 5, S equals 19, S equals 19, E equals 5. Jesse equals 58. Jackson, J equals 10, A equals 1, C equals 3, K equals 11, S equals 19, O equals 15, N equals 14, Jackson equals 73. 58 plus 73 equals 131. 1 plus 3 plus 1 equals 5. 5 represents change, movement, disruption, freedom. And if someone wanted to build a narrative, they could say, a man of change leaves at 84, power and foundation, with a root of 5, disruption and movement. But here's the key question. Did the numbers create the meaning, or did we assign it? The psychology of pattern seeking. This is where it gets powerful. The human brain is wired for pattern recognition. When something significant happens, especially death, we feel the need to connect it to history, connect it to numbers, connect it to something larger, because randomness feels unsettling. Symbolism can comfort us. It makes chaos feel ordered. There is nothing wrong with studying symbolism. There is nothing wrong with exploring numerology. But we must be careful not to let pattern recognition turn into fear narratives. Not every alignment equals orchestration. In closing, when someone like Jesse Jackson passes, the real reflection isn't in the numbers, it's in the impact. Numbers can be explored. Legacy must be honored. And awareness doesn't require paranoia. Rest in peace to a man who shaped history. Let's not forget, awareness is powerful. Discernment is peace.